Picture this. You finally decide to stop living like a financial degenerate. You stop spending your entire paycheck on limited edition sneakers and artisanal water. You're doing the adult thing. You're tucking money away every month like you're putting a title to bed. You probably even bought a succulent and started drinking kale smoothies to complete the persona. You feel disciplined. You feel mature. You feel like the Elon Musk of your local cul-de-sac. Then you open your banking app ready to see a mountain of gold, only to realize your $15,000 earned you a grand total of $7 in interest this year. Congratulations, champ! After 12 months of intense restraint, the bank has rewarded your loyalty with enough profit to buy a single, slightly bruised avocado, if you don't mind eating it in a parking lot while Gary watches and wheezing with laughter. He's looking at your $7 interest payment and thinking about how easy it's going to be to eat you when you're 80. Gary loves safe savers. To him, you aren't a disciplined adult, you're just a slow-cooked meal. While you out here playing checkers with your high-yield, joke of the century account, the grown-ups are talking about the NASDAQ, index funds, and compound growth. Suddenly, that safe feeling in your gut turns into a cold bucket of spit as you realize your bank account isn't a vault, it's a graveyard, and you're just the undertaker watching your wealth slowly decompose while Gary is the one holding the shovel. He's not even worried about your savings. He knows inflation is eating your $15,000 fast.
I know you love walking around with a financially mature ego, but wait a minute. Let's get one thing straight. Are you actually a genius, or are you just a squirrel hiding nuts in a rotten log? Because saving money will almost never make you rich. Saving alone is going to cost you a fortune. Let's look at the numbers and try to keep up. You put $15,000 in a standard savings account. A year later, you have $15,075. Whoop-de-damn-do. You've earned enough to afford the extra guac once. After 20 years, you've got maybe $18,000, basically enough to buy a used Toyota Corolla. That's a snail's pace. You are the safe saver, and Gary is taking a nap because he knows you're never going anywhere. Or you put that same $15,000 into a boring total market fund like the S&P 500 that historically vomits up a 10% return. After just 1 year, you've got $16,500. Now you are flying a rocket ship. You are the investor. Oh, it's just $1,000 difference, Jordan. Big deal. Your future self cares. Fast forward 20 years, the saver is still arguing over coupon expiration dates at the grocery store, while the investor is sitting on roughly $100,000. Same starting cash. One person retired to a beach, the other retired in their nephew's basement eating generic brand cereal. The biggest wealth gap on the planet isn't between the rich and the poor. It's between the people who hoard and the people who harvest. Gary hates the investor. The investor has enough money to buy a house with a Gary-proof basement. The saver is basically Gary's roommate for life.
The reason you aren't investing isn't because you're bad at math. It's because you see a red candle on a chart and you panic like a cat in a bathtub. You have the emotional stability of a dry leaf in a hurricane. If you want to stop being a financial victim and actually build a war chest, follow these steps before you have a midlife crisis at age 26. Step 1. The Don't Be Homeless Fund. Before you buy a single share of Tesla or Apple, you need 4 to 6 months of survival cash. This stays in savings. It's not for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Vegas or a pyramid scheme your cousin pitched you. It's for when your car explodes or your boss finally realizes you've been doing 20 minutes of actual work per day. This fund protects your investments from you, so you don't panic and sell everything the moment the market catches a cold. Step 2. Separate your money in your brain. Stop looking at your money as one big, confusing pile. Separate it into your shield and sword. Your shield is your emergency cash. It stays in the bank, it earns nothing, it's stagnant, and that's okay. While your sword is your growth money. It is allowed to go down 5% on a Tuesday without you crying to your mother. Its job is to fight for your freedom over the next decade while you sleep. Step 3. Stop trying to be a day trader. I see you. You want to buy Doge Mars rocket coin because a guy on TikTok with a fake tan told you it's going to the moon. Stop it. You're not that guy. Even Warren Buffett, a man who could literally buy your entire bloodline, tells people to just buy low-cost index funds. You're buying a tiny piece of the 500 biggest companies. It's boring, it's effective, and it works while you're busy being mediocre.
Step 4. Boring is the new consistency. You don't need $10,000 to start, you can start with $50. If you invest $400 a month at an 8% return, in 30 years, you're sitting on over $580,000. You only actually worked for about $144K of that. The other $436,000 was earned by your money while you were busy playing video games or watching me roast your life choices. Start now or enjoy working until you're 90. Listen, market crashes are normal. They're like seasonal allergies. Annoying, they make you want to cry, but they eventually pass. Smart investors see a crash and think everything is 30% off. It's a Black Friday sale for rich people. Meanwhile, the losers, meaning most of you, are selling everything at the bottom, locking in your poverty, and clutching your $50 profit in a savings account like it's the Holy Grail. Saving gives you a floor to stand on, but investing gives you the ladder to get out of the pit you've dug for yourself. You can keep your seeds in a plastic bag where they're safe and useless, or you can finally plant them in the dirt. Yeah, there's a drought sometimes and it gets messy, but eventually you get shade. The other guy just gets a bag of moldy seeds. Are you ready to actually grow something, or are you going to keep telling yourself that 0.4% interest is playing it smart, while Gary the debt monster measures your living room for his new office? Let me know in the comments how much the bank paid you this year so we can all have a good laugh at your expense. Gary hates the investor. The investor has enough money to buy a house with a Gary-proof basement. The saver is basically Gary's roommate for life. Watch this video if you want to stop being poor, unless you enjoy keeping your money in a shoebox. Class dismissed. I'll see you there.